I heard a rumour as well that this boat can actually go on land.
If Luke Skywalker were to retire on a boat, I swear he would retire on a boat like this. This is a game changer. What we're looking at here is the Tortue 147, 14.7 meters long, 48 feet for those people who are interested. What I'm interested in is the way they have totally rethought the way you live on a boat.
Jean Sommereau, thank you so much for finding the time today.
Oh, please, my pleasure.
I absolutely love this boat. I'm going to get you to explain what it is in a minute.
Thank you very much.
But it's a game changer. You know, we talk a lot about game changers in our company. You have changed the game of catamaran. I think you've changed the game of sailing, and it's just fantastic.
Thank you.
So,
we would dream of it. We don't know whether we game changer, but we try as much as possible to bring something new. Yes.
When you say dream, I mean, this is a dream come true, I guess. I mean, you didn't just start this project 2 months ago, right? How long has this whole project been going on?
Wow, this project is a long time ago. We first started, in fact, when my oldest kid quit home.
Okay.
My two brothers took over the company, and I left. I went sailing for 4 or 5 years in the Mediterranean. And during this time, I really thought about myself. Wow, what would be the ideal boat? Something to receive my friends, to share the space, to be able to navigate, and at the same time have a 360 view and so on. And that's how we came with this concept of a turtle.
And so, tell me now about the name as well. So it's a 147 because it's 14.7 meters long. That's about 48 foot if I've done the maths properly. But
perfect.
Tortue is actually a meaning. It's a word as well, right?
Yeah.
Did I say it correctly? I'm a British guy, so I'm trying hard to.
You said it very correctly, and we say either tortue or turtle.
Okay.
Right.
Turtle, you say.
In fact, the name is Cataruga, is a contraction of catamaran. Tartaruga. Tartaruga being the turtle in the Mediterranean way, Latin, Italian or Portuguese. Why turtle? First thing we noticed during my sailing, I spend more time with the cooking band in my hand than with the sticks. So the entire idea was about how to have some place we can cook, we can share, we can receive friends and live like this. For all that, it means that we would need energy on the boat.
Okay.
We need energy, we need equipment, and we knew it will not be a fast boat. But honestly, do I want to sail fast? I want to sail far, not necessarily fast. I want to sail in comfort, okay? And I want people to feel safe and being in comfort.
The way is the destination, right?
Exactly.
The journey is the destination.
And the turtle animal immediately came to our mind. Traveling with your own at the back, slow.
I see, with the home on the back.
And with a long road, being able to circle the world. Okay, and also an animal which is we went all over the years for ages.
Longevity.
Exactly. Longevity, sustainability, and passing through the sea.
Well, I mean, it's a brilliant place to get started with the boat. And we're going to talk a lot about the sustainability on this boat. Obviously, that's what this podcast is all about. But it's just a game changer in every single way. It feels like you just started from basic principles. I think the only catamaran-y thing about this boat is it has 2 hulls. But everything else is totally rethought. You know, there's a lot of boats here at the show. There's a lot of beautiful boats here. I don't want to talk badly about the others. But this is just, it's completely new, right?
Yes, in fact, the approach of the boat also has been completely different. Of course, there are some mechanical strengths which is applied to all the boat. I love the other boat, but the idea here has been really, we first started with not with architect, but with a designer, saying, okay, I have a dream of a boat. The ideal boat it would be, do you know a cartoon named Albator?
Albator? No, I don't know that one. I'm sorry. No.
It's about a pirate, I think, a spaceship.
Okay.
And which is also part of the spirit of the boat. Okay. About these Playmobil boats with plenty of small toys. Because I think that if you sail somewhere, you're still a kid. You're still looking for adventure. You're still looking for a dream, travel the world, meet new culture and so on. And to have this spirit to really to talk with the designer to say, okay, I want something different. I want a kitchen and a boat around the kitchen.
Yeah, and I mean this kitchen as well. It looks totally different to everything else. You can see a lot of these islands are popping up in boats. It's in fashion at the moment. But you've got a real living space where you're connecting cooking with living as well. It's it's something we've always done in our private life in our old school homes. Is that we've always knocked the wall down between where you're eating and where you're cooking. There's nothing worse than having to go away from the party to cook. And it's all integrated together.
Perfectly, that was completely the spirit. To have the cooking here, some friend there, the plancha is just behind,
and everyone can see each other, and I mean, like as well, I just have the feeling there's like an atmosphere in the boat. I don't know if it's the smell or something like that, but tell me, did you work hard to get that kind of that feeling? I mean, you must have had different prototypes, or
we had some prototypes, but I think it's especially with the designer Jean-Michel Caffon has been a bit of a genius. We noticed the following thing on the boat. In fact, what we wanted was, of course, to have a big area where we can share the space. But at the same time, when you spend some long time on a boat, you also need to have
little
certain
private,
where you're going
to get away and hide away.
Hide yourself. Retrieve who you are, and then you can come back into life and again. And the entire spirit, architecture of the boat has been designed by Jean-Michel Calfon, and he did an amazing job.
I mean, like the guest berth downstairs, when you go to the guest berth and it's got that monitor and it's got that space you can lean on, you just feel like, I could imagine having to do a little bit of work there if I really was a working, work away from office, remote worker, then that would be like, this is a dream. It's perfect, I remember
Thank you very much.
We went on holiday a couple of weeks back, and we were hiking in Austria. And normally it's a digital detox week for us. We stay on a mountain hut without any electricity, and if you want a shower, you have to start a fire. It's a beautiful experience, but I had to work every single day, just a little bit every day. And I could get in a bad mood, and then I said, no, this is the dream I want. I want to go hiking and combine it with work. So it was the best week of the year. And the idea of working and living in a space like this and moving around the whole planet, I mean, this is an ocean-ready boat, right?
And you're perfectly right. That's completely what we're looking for. I've been spending quite some time on the boat, and I work every day. But I work because I like my work. Really, I enjoy spending time with customer, working on a boat with a technical team, with a factory, and we have a internet connection, which is perfect. And you can just work and live on your boat, travel the world. It's a dream life.
It is a dream life, isn't it? And it's made possible now. I mean, it's so amazing when COVID hit, because we'd always worked with international clients, and I remember, the whole remote working thing. There was so little trust, and within just a few weeks, the whole world understood what remote working was. And now, I mean, this is just this whole blend of working and life and bringing it together, being around your children. I didn't have that advantage. I had to drive to my clients all the time every week. And these days you live with your family and then you do some work. And I think after the first couple of years, we've learned how to do that as well. You've mentioned as well, I mean, you're a Mediterranean. You don't look at yourself as somebody from a certain nation. You say, I'm from the Mediterranean. And this kind of joie de vivre, this dolce vita, this way of living, it's the thing I look forward to when I go on a holiday to the Med. It's just, you do that so well, right?
I don't know whether we do it so well, but I like very much. I strongly feel being Mediterranean, European, of course. And we have a beautiful sea. It's just wonderful. I like Mediterranean food. We're talking about Spain, Italy, further Croatia, or on the other side, Moroccan, Tunisian food. So much of different spices. Libya, Greece, the food is delicious. It's amazing. Sicily, the fruit and the vegetables. Oh, God,
we've just been to Calabria on holiday a couple of months ago as well, and that was
it's wonderful. And what I find really nice is to mix all these. To mix your work, but instead of going to the coffee machine to have a break, jump into the water, go for a small paddle, come back, answer to a customer, have a call meeting with your factory or your colleague and friends.
And the great thing is, as well, you know, if we talk about this boat, we need to talk about the sustainability, but the innovation is there to start off with. What you said is, let's make it better and also sustainable. We didn't say, let's make it sustainable and we'll live with the compromise.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sustainability on here. So I guess we need to talk about the hull, we need to talk about the wood, but I'm sure there's 1,000 other things that you'd like to mention. But would you just explain to us why this boat is so sustainable?
I think when you got the opportunity to sail, live on the boat, whether it's like this or all the boats we have here in Cannes, you're a lucky person. Life did bless you, right? I'm very happy for you, and that's super. But as a minimum, you have some duty, and one of the duty is to preserve and to be careful to what you're doing. Of course, and environment right now is a priority.
Yeah.
So for us, it was just part of the game to have a boat.
It was no question,
as clean as possible.
Yeah.
Of course, it's just. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way.
Yeah.
Right. So aluminium was obvious for its rigidity, solidity, and recyclability to infinite.
Yeah.
And on the wood, we found the Paolonia wood, which is 100% plantation wood.
Yeah.
My previous boat was out of teak, but at this time we didn't know. We didn't know that there would be.
Yeah, we have a teak deck on our boat as well. Yeah, we didn't buy it that way, but
exactly.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that you cut a tree which is 350, 400 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, my God.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we cut a tree which is 5-7 years old.
Yeah.
Going to be replanted.
Yeah.
Fixed carbon.
Yeah.
We do some things which is nice for the environment.
And isn't it like these trees? They take 10 or 12% as much CO2. They absorb a lot of CO2 because they grow so quickly. They're actually cleaning the atmosphere, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, to me, this kind of comparison is exactly like the more you eat delicious stuff, and it's good for you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It's a win-win, right?
It's a win-win situation, which is completely what we aim at.
So listen, you know, my kids went to school in Germany and they talked about the Einserbremse question. So to get an Einser, a 1 is like an A star. It's the hardest question. Yeah. And the Einserbremse is kind of like the thing that stops people getting there. It's the difficult question.
All right.
How do you actually form that wood? I've been looking at it and I can't imagine that you take a piece of wood and cut most of it away. Yeah. How do you actually bend and form and fuse it? Do you know how that works technically, or is it under water pressure, or?
No, there's a lot of different techniques. Starting from, you can see it on the wood. There's a lot of, as well on the aluminium. At the beginning, to find the right way to bend the aluminium, weld it, get out of the deformation
without it ripping. And
I mean, I am mechanical engineer, specialized. I did work in plenty of years on the welding. But technically, it was difficult. On the wood, is the same. Just for example, for this panel. We spend 3 weeks, to find the right way to machine it. In future, we will use more industrial process. But so far, everything which has been done by hand.
It's hull number 1, isn't it? I noticed it. You can see it's handwork.
And at the same time, we really found in Tunisia passionate workmanship. People who are passionate about their work, who have gold in their hands. And it was just.
And is that what's happened? Because I mean, you've basically put all your tokens on black number 7 in the casino, right? You said we're going to make something that changes the story. You're not the first person to try, but you wouldn't have been the first person to fail either. And how is the feedback?
Of course, I had this difficult question. Will I win or fail? Win or fail? And so to myself, one thing for sure. If I don't do it, I will fail. We've done it. At least we won a little bit. That's the new point. And so far, the reception of the market has been really nice. Some people, it's not 100% who like and say, wow, it's the best of it all. Some people say, wow, I like it, I dislike, but 100% of them say the same. Wow, it's so different. So different from anything I've seen on the market.
And tell me a little bit more about the actual technical side of the boat as well then, because I mean, we're looking at this, we've got all the wooden floors here, then we've got the aluminium hull. Now, the aluminium hull, you talk about a reverse hull. And so I was kind of expecting to see, the stern at the front of the boat. But what you mean with the reverse hull is that the motors are actually in the front. Is that right?
The idea was the following. We knew that the boat wouldn't be a very fast boat.
Yeah.
Okay, named the Turtle also. So the idea here is not to have a boat that will go up on the shoulder waves, right? But to enhance, to push as far as possible the front wave.
Right.
So to increase the hull speed.
Yeah.
In fact.
Okay.
That is why we have water entry, which are very big, right? And the motor and the weight, which are much more in front of the boat.
Okay.
And to balance it, we have a system where you can ballast. There are 2 water tanks, twice 600 liters of water, which you can ballast on the back of the boat to correct, depending on what kind of sea you have, to correct
so
the
you can
balance
pump
of
the
your
water
boat.
between, so whether you want more weight at the back, and also probably between left and right as well, or if you've got more stowage on the one side, then you can put more water on the other.
Exactly.
And I heard a rumor as well that this boat can actually go on land. This is like a beachable boat, right? it's the thing that every boat owner, it's the one where, I'd love to live on a boat one day, but I just don't want to be that guy that hit the reef. And, there's all those films on YouTube about this guy got stuck. But it doesn't matter with you guys. You've got an aluminium hull, which is obviously traditionally a hull style that you would use to go to the Arctic or something like this if you're going to have icebergs. But you've actually designed this boat to go on land, is that correct? Or to at least stay on dry land, yeah?
No, the boat can be, if you have the watertight, you can put it on the land, which is quite traditional for a boat. But as well, again, you can beach the boat, right? If you know the beach well enough to know exactly where it goes and make sure that your boat and when you beach it, indeed there's a ladder which you can bring down and go directly on the beach.
It's pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool.
The idea here, again, come back to, do you know this boat from the Playmobil?
Yes,
Playmobil?
yeah.
And there is a pirate boat.
Yeah.
This pirate boat has plenty of toys.
Yeah.
With cannons and things you can open and move.
Okay.
It's a big Playmobil boat.
Okay.
There are plenty of toys everywhere.
Yeah.
There's you know what is an ROV? It's a drone goes under the water. So here you have a space, and the drone goes under the water, and you can see on your screen, what is underneath.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
And I know it's made as well. You've got like sealable cabins as well. Or you can close the berths off. So if ever there was a problem, you can close things down. The
idea is really that we have plenty of games and so on.
Yeah.
But we are also responsible of our life.
Yeah.
And the life of people who have. So the hull are quite strong. 8 up to 10 millimeter of aluminium wall thickness.
Okay.
And in top of that, we have 3 watertight compartments.
Okay.
Which makes sure that even so some compartment will be flooded, the boat will still remain
I understand.
flooded.
It's fantastic. It really is, It's just thought through. It's really made for living, which is exactly what you wanted this boat to be. It's
made for living. Made for playing. Life is a game. Okay. We enter the game. One day we're gonna get out, do something else. I don't know where we're gonna go. And during this time we have to play. Play with life, with work, with friends. Cooking, enjoying, share the space, and have fun.
And you don't need to tell me any details, but I should imagine once you've done this, you've launched this boat. So this is the second fair I think you've been to with it. Is that correct? Yeah. And so, do you have plans for the future, or are you just basically bathing in the success of getting Project 1 finished?
Do we have plans for the future?
Cataruga in 5 years,
Yes, there's a couple of things I dream. One thing, I remember on the first show we did, there's been one very famous naval architect, who came on the boat. I recognized him, so I went with him to the visit, and the guy told me, "Thank you. It has been years since I didn't have a hot feeling like this for a boat." And I was like. Chicken skin. I was so happy about it.
I can believe it.
And in future, yes, one thing we like, a boat is a dream. So many people, so many dreams. Certain people is about crazy about diving. Some others is about sailing or surfing. And we all have a passion. And what I would dream is to be the architect to enable people to live their passion. Right. So adapt the boats to their dream.
It seems like you've got the skills to do that. And if you talk about designers, my favorite designer, we worked together many years ago. I'd like to call him a friend. He's called Frank Stephenson, and he designed the new Mini, which meanwhile is so old. It's a classic car in Germany. They call it an old timer. But you know, he's done so much to change the whole approach to designing vehicles throughout the years. He's designed a lot of cars like the McLaren P1. Ferraris as well, but also drones and things like this. And I'm sure if he was on here, he would just he would have a ball just walking around this thing. It's just totally rethinking the way we interact with the product, and it's just fantastic. I just really want to thank you for doing this.
Please, my pleasure. Thank you for interviewing.
Yeah.
Design is something nice. It's really about how to suggest some things, how to play with your feeling.
Yeah.
It's an object.
Yeah.
Which is it's just not more than an object.
Yeah.
But with some things more. Try to touch the art and give you a dream. Open some things. Yeah, very much.
John, you've done an amazing thing. I know you've got a whole queue of people out there that want to buy boats from you, so I'm going to be careful with your time. I'm sure it costs you a lot of money to be here, but I really appreciate you taking the time. All right, John, lovely to meet you.
So do I. Thanks.